Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. To begin the drive, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Harris running straight ahead. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pickett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. has it left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bengals at 10-5 to start play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray.
He will find his man Chase, complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily soft.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this 1st quarter.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Second and 5 now.
Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now Pickett.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, this is Harris. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boswell's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Murray now on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Murray now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pickett back to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Pickett now on first down. Completion here to Claypool. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From just shy of midfield, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Pickett on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. The 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson as the 1st half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away from the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and
touchdown Bengals! Hayden Hurst, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
3rd and 2, Pickett.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
26 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Slant pass complete, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far. Come on.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, and it's caught. And he's brought down. Trying the power game with Ham. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Ham, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Pickett. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Steelers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Pickett.
He'll buy some time right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll try the middle with Cook, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Murray. It's complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Now Murray. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 58 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Back to throw it, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers. And
he's got him in, complete. 30, past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 91 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
They'll run with Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
One final shot for Pickett.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.